Hi, I'm Rob from HopZine. Thanks for joining me for another video beer review. This time we've got a can of beer from Sureshot in Manchester. My first can from these guys. It's a can of Bring Me the Head of John the Accountant, double IPA, 8% ABV. Brand new brewery from Manchester, from the brainchild of James Campbell. I mean, a UK brewing kind of like icon, really. I mean, I think it's fair to say, really. James, if you ever see this, I think that's fair enough to say. I'm from my knowledge, and I'm sure James has done a lot more of this, but from reading back on Bailey's book, James was one of the Firkin brewers back in the probably late 80s, early 90s. A bunch of highly thought of brewers came out of those brew pubs back then. We had a Firkin pub in Wakefield. We had a Firkin pub in Leeds, and I guess the three that I always think of when I think of Firkin brewers, for you old school British ale drinkers, would be Eddie Gadd, who's obviously Gadd's down in Craig's part of the world, kind of Ramsgate kind of way. Yeah, that's it. Dave Sanders, who I guess if anybody's had Elland 1865 Porter, is it something like that, or Black Band Porter from Coastal Brewery, that's Dave's beer, and then James. I'd say James is the most influential one of those. I think it's fair to say. James, for me, was a brewer at Cloudwater recently, but before that, when I first met James, was at Marble. Marble being at the time, it was Manchester Brewery, being based at the pub, and doing some great stuff and really kind of like pioneers of kind of more hoppy, pale beers in those times. Just to main one style, really. I mean, I think that Marble have done all sorts of great stuff. But then and James were at Marble for a long time, and then when he left there, he was the founding head brewer at Cloudwater. And Cloudwater, whatever anybody thinks about Cloudwater these days, Cloudwater are a very important brewery in UK recent history of UK beer. And do we have hazy IPA in the UK if it wasn't for Cloudwater and James been playing such a massive role in that? So there you go. There's my potted history of James Campbell. He's a lovely man. He's a lovely chap, always says hello. A humble man. Absolutely. But yeah, a lovely chap. So I'm really excited about trying his beers at last. Looks relatively light carbonation. Some of those Cascade brewers, I tell you, like the light carbonation. But it looks like mango puree. I mean, can I get me a lamp on? Get my lamp on this. Well, no, I'm really fucking plugged in. Pale orange. Lovely thin film of whitehead, but I mean, looks unclear for years on that one. Pretty darn opaque. That's what those juice mongers are after, isn't it? So there's 4 minutes in for me, and we haven't even touched it. I haven't even sniffed it. Anyway, I thought it's important to pay respect to James. Not that he's dead. Oh man, alive! Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that is really weird. That's really weird. Part of it smells like intense, kind of like mango essence. But then the other side of it, it smells like a freshly opened bag of hops. And I've not had that in a while, especially with New England styles. That kind of like really bright, kind of like hop character. Like just like a fucking, like rubbing hops. That smells amazing. And it's citrus and sherbet. Lemon lime, no, not lemon lime. Orange, lemon, kiwi, melon. Oh, that's good. That smells fucking good. It's got a dank, sweaty kind of like thing going on as well. That smells. Since last time I touched, we get those hop resins on your hand. Slightly menthol note. smells good. It smells good. Aroma. It's really different. It doesn't smell like a lot of New England IPAs, and it's one of the murkier ones I've seen. Wow, but what aroma. Hope it tastes half as good. Let's dive in. Cheers. Yeah, that's good. That's seriously good. This is really different. It's a really different experience to a lot of those other breweries. Under what is done differently to this. It's not Dare, it's not Verdant, it's not Cloudwater, it's not the characteristics you've come to expect from very specifically New England IPA. And it's not a hot burn, it's the lovely, bright, true hop flavour. It doesn't taste like specifically. I know it's easy. My tasting point, tasting notes will be touchstones and kind of like landmarks, and you kind of drink it hopefully. But it very specifically tastes like hops. It doesn't taste like mango juice. It tastes like hops. Oh, it's good. It's kind of ratty and sweaty and dank, but really fruity. Maybe I don't know why he's done to this. This is a real turning point for me. I'm going to be interested in trying his beers from this point onwards, because this tastes like beer. I mean, I think there's a lot of. I mean, this is going to be a slightly longer video than they used to from me, but this. I mean, I love New England IPA. I love those kind of juicy, fruity kind of things. But those beers do specifically taste a little bit beyond beer in a lot of ways. This tastes very specifically like beer. It tastes like those. You can taste the ingredients. You really can. And it's damn good. This is the first time I've had an IPA, a New England IPA. That's not trying to be other half. It's not trying to be monkish. It's a knowledge of process. It's a knowledge of ingredients. And this is what comes out of it. And this could be something different. This could be a really new. Yeah, I mean, really impressed. Really impressed. Yeah, as much as I love those breweries, this tastes like beer. As weird as that may sound, but this is absolutely top draw. And as I said, maybe this is a fucking. This is when people are always like, oh yeah, what's going to be like the new thing in beer next year? No one knows where IPA is going. It's always going to be IPA. That's always going to be the top end of it. But people are saying they want kind of those clear beers. There's more West Coast style things. This has the flavour clarity of all those beers that you may love, which might be you may class as West Coast. But it's got a lot of New England sensibilities. But yeah, sorry for gushing. But this is a bit of an experience. And I know maybe I over-egged it at the start, but I just wanted to give James the kind of the acknowledgement that I think he deserves, and I think he's done something quite unique and quite exciting. I will be drinking more from Sureshot, and that is Sureshot from Manchester. It's bringing the head of John the Accountant, double IPA, 8% ABV, and it's hopped with. It says handedly on the side. Strata, Mosaic, Citrus, Centennial. This is fucking amazing. Rob from HopZine, 10-minute video. See you next time. Cheers.